I think we all deserve more camera time.
I should have more camera time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, uh,
uh,
uh.
uh.
Uh, I mean, it is what it is. Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and where you can come here first to quench your reality thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do, hit me up. And we do deserve more camera time. I deserve more camera time. We all deserve more camera time. Period.
I'm just gonna lip sync to it every
Every
time.
single time. So great. It's so great.
Uh,
I'm today drinking water because I haven't jumped into caffeine time yet. So just water.
love it.
Sponsored by Lucy LaDuca, period. We
Yeah.
do love a crossover from our Cup main reality channel to our Cup TV channel, which you can check out both, be on the Cup Real of the Cup Pod or Cup of Reality, where we talk all things drag race, international and domestic.
Domestic
And
is kind of the best word for it.
I
Yeah.
love that. International and domestic.
US
And
and international.
or that too. And then you jump right over here and we talk all things reality TV, period. So check us out. But also, if I was drinking anything else, I would be drinking it out of my cup mug because these is a cute mug. And all the kids have one. All the cool kids have one. And you get one too. And we do ship internationally. So don't think you can't get one. Period. Check us out at the merch store at lanagscreations.etsy.com in the description below.
Woo. Yeah. And I'm looking for a face say something gay. Gay. I have had caffeine this morning because I had kind of an early morning. However, it is still morning for me. And I'm breaking out this beautiful, lovely, not sponsored blueberry pomegranate lemonade from Wendy's.
Ooh.
I got some Wendy's last night because I didn't want to cook. And I got this because it made my total cheaper. And I said, okay, sure. And it's marvelous. So
Love
I'm very
that. I love that for you. It sounds delicious, by the way.
It's marvelous. And we are talking about Claim to Fame. Claim
Here
to
we
Fame.
are.
Episode 4. My first time back since the premiere.
Unfortunately, like, where you been? Where you been?
Very busy.
It's been that kind of life, and I understand.
But I came back because
I should have more camera time.
on Claim to Fame. So yes. So
I guess you need more camera time.
I really don't. But but I'm here and very sad about Jane.
I'll give you the moment to talk about last week's episode since you missed
God.
it.
Yeah, well, since the only person that talked about it last week was Lana, go check out that video.
It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute.
So I come from the love of reality competition world. Like I love, Big Brother, Survivor, all the shows, all the strategic shows that we cover on the Cup TV. And so I have to be really honest, the move that Shane and Monet made against Jane, I loved every single moment of it. I was upset that it was Jane that was ultimately the victim of it, but I just loved that move by Shane and Monet. It did not pay off in dividends. We'll talk about it. But I thought it was well executed. This is really giving the strategic side that, season 1 had, but it wasn't all that dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Like strategy didn't come into play until a little bit later, really into season 1 of Claim to Fame. And so this season, people coming out the gate, there are alliances, there are we have a split house, which is my favorite thing in Big Brother to watch, is a split damn house. But no, I really enjoy this so far. Yeah. And this episode did not disappoint either.
Yeah. No, I mean, see, this is the thing. I was very confused because I did not know if Shane and Monet did that to Jane on purpose, because I feel like they showed her the clue and let her come up with her own conclusion. They weren't sure who Chris's relative was. I don't think they were the masterminds that people are painting them out to be, but it just happened to fall that way, you know? And so I think they just let Jane come up with her own conclusion and say, "Oh, he's related to Elvis. Okay, go on and say it." Like, they didn't try to push her to Elvis. They didn't say, "You should pick Elvis. I definitely think it's Elvis." It was like she said, "Fools rush in." She looked at the clue, made a guess, and went with her guess. So I don't think Monet and Shane are the masterminds that people are making it out to be. They just happen to let it fall into place, and then they just let it go.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. And now I think their mistake was not saying, we didn't push her into picking Chris. We didn't show her. I mean, we didn't say that it's you should, this is the girl, this is the right answer, and this is what you should do. I just feel like she just happened to she looked at that clue and saw Elvis instead of Donny Osmond. And she just happened to fall into it. So I don't think they're the masterminds that everybody's thinking them to be. But the fact that they're playing it up, I think as we see for this week's episode, it kind of came back on them that they played it up, that they are masterminds when they weren't, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Well, that is kind of just the first part of the episode in itself. It's like everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Shane and Monet are these masterminds," and they're just like, "We're really not."
Right. And they were like, "I love that for them, that they think we are."
Yeah, but I'm like, great, think that all you want. Not the case, but work. Then we see like the big moment before the challenge is JR is shown the Carson's clue. Shane has Carson's clue. Shane shows JR, and they basically all come to this understanding because there's a 2 and a 4 on the clue. They pretty much just come to the understanding that, or at least in their mind, that Carson's relative is Jeff Gordon.
And
it's not. But they are 100% convinced on this situation. And then they bring in who else did they bring in? It was Cole, I think. Or was it? No, it was Gabriel.
Gabriel.
They bring in Gabriel, and JR is basically like, 24, Jeff Gordon. And I'm like, why are we showing it to him if you're just going to tell him?
Right. Let him look at it and think.
Like, maybe
for
he
himself.
has other insights. Unfortunately, Gabriel didn't. He still went with the same thing. But, yeah, so it really, honestly, at this point is, we've got the Olivia, Chris, Carson side of the house. And then we have the Shane, Monet, JR, Gabriel side of the house. With
Cole and Hugo in the middle.
In the middle. I can't say I'm surprised.
I said this last week. I said the week before last that it just seems this is the natural shift of where it is headed. And I don't care for it, but it is what it is.
There is one side that I like the people a little bit more than the other side.
Yeah, but they're not the smartest side. They're
No.
not thinking. They don't know, and then instead of saying we don't know, they come up with one guess and they run with it. And I'm like,
I have likened them to the Hive from season
mm-hmm,
20 of Big Brother. It's like,
yep,
y'all aren't the best at this, but God, you're all entertaining, and I like watching you, and I'm gonna root for you. Like that's really what it is.
right,
But we do see Cole very, very close to Shane.
right.
Is like crushing hard. Doesn't last, but anyway. So we get the challenge for the week, which I like this challenge. So there's 9 people left. We are split into 3 teams of 3, and you are blindfolded, and you are led through, or you have to lead yourself through this contained area with 12 statues, and you have to try to feel out what the statues are. In order to make guesses, and each statue is a clue to somebody's celebrity relative.
Right.
So, didn't they do something to this effect on season 1?
I mean, probably.
I think so.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But yeah, so the teams we had Cole as the captain with Olivia and Hugo. We had Chris as the captain with Shane and Gabriel. Carson as the captain with Monet and JR, and these were all randomly randomly chosen.
Right.
So we do get we get one very specific big clue from one of the contestants themselves. And it's kind of the one that we've been going back and forth on a little bit personally here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Gabriel is talking about the cheeseburger
Mm-hmm.
that's part of that is one of the statues. And he goes, my brother was on Nickelodeon with Keenan and Kel, referencing Good Burger.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just like, who the fuck is his relative?
I told you who his relative is.
Is it still the same person?
It's still the same person.
Oh.
He was in Good Burger as well.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Still the same person.
I'm thinking of JR's relative. That's the one we're back and forth on, but not really back and forth on.
I was about to say, I think I know, but yeah, back and forth.
I think we know everyone at this point.
I think so. I think so. I mean, I think Olivia is still a little wild card for some people.
I'm not 100% on Olivia.
I think I am, but I'm not sure if I'm
we'll
right.
talk about it at the end. I'm excited. I'm excited to get that tea. So we do know all 12 of the clues. So the clues that we had were a cheeseburger, a tire. They gotta make that less obvious.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. Shrimp, flamingo, dragon, sheep, Swiss cheese, a older statue that for me very clearly represents Julius Caesar. An eagle, Saturn, horns, and a butterfly.
And I'm like, some of this is still like, okay, I get. And some of them is like, what does that have to do with anything?
So the ones that I know for sure are obviously the tire.
Right, obviously.
Saturn is oh no, what was his name?
Travis.
I wanted to say Trevor. It was not Trevor. Saturn is obviously Travis's clue because I'm pretty sure Neil deGrasse Tyson's work is mostly around the rings of Saturn.
Okay.
I think that's something, or that could just refer to space. And then Swiss cheese is Cole's clue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it rhymes with keys.
No. Swiss.
Swiss beats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the statue is Julius Caesar, which is Chris's clue.
What? Oh, Caesar.
The
Vegas.
Vegas.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Is the hotel just called Julius Caesar?
It's called Caesar's
Oh
Palace.
yeah, Caesar's Palace. Duh. Yeah, Caesar is Caesar's Palace, which I believe is where
His residency is or was. It might still be there. I don't know.
The cheeseburger, I do definitely think is
It's Nick Cannon for sure.
Yeah, 100%. It's Gabriel's clue.
Yeah, it's Gabriel's clue.
If you don't know these,
but see,
now,
the Flamingo could be Chris's clue too, because that is also a hotel in Vegas, and he could be performing at the Flamingo. But I could be wrong. I think the butterfly was Jane's clue.
No, the Caesar statue is Donny Osmond's clue.
So who is the Flamingo?
That's a great question.
What is the Flamingo for?
Do you think that's Jane's?
I thought the butterfly would be Jane.
Oh, because Dolly loves butterflies. I don't know. I was trying to think of which one was Hugo's.
I think the sheep farmer.
Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, that seems the most correct. Shrimp?
That's one I don't understand.
Unless, oh, that gives me a little, wait. If it's what I'm thinking of, and if this is a deep cut, if it is, but if it's who I think it is, then I think that might be Olivia's clue. I have a very,
if that is, that's not who I would think. Well, I don't know what the shrimp would mean.
You know? Okay, I have a new clue for Olivia.
I think shrimp might be Monet's.
Why?
Because I think a character of theirs was shrimp or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, because I think I know who Monet's character is.
Your clue, because I'm still trying to play into the who is Olivia's relative thing. So that leaves flamingo, dragon, eagle, and horns.
Now, see, the eagle could be Hugo's clue.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Right.
I'm just going to go ahead and just say I think the eagle is Hugo's. I think I'm very confident in saying that, actually. So the sheep. Because who else have we not?
We haven't said.
What was Carly's then?
Shrimp, bubblegum shrimp. Duh. Shrimp, shrimp.
Well,
shrimp.
Okay. So now I can say it because my thought for Olivia for a hot second was Rue McClanahan. Because there's one of the most famous scenes of Blanche Devereaux on Golden Girls is a scene where she's just walking from the kitchen into the living room and she just goes, shrimp, and then walks out. But I think that's a little bit too deep cut for these kind of clues.
Yeah.
But that was my thought process. It's
shrimp is definitely Carly's. Shrimp is definitely Carly's.
So shrimp, butterfly, and Saturn are the ones that have been eliminated.
Right.
What about JR's? Is JR the flamingo?
JR could be the flamingo.
JR is the flamingo.
That pink flamingo, that pink outfit. Yep. JR is the flamingo. So that means Olivia's the sheep?
I guess. So yeah, Cole would be the cheese. Hugo is the eagle. Chris is the statue. Shane is... Oh, we don't know what Shane's is. Gabriel is the cheeseburger. Carson is the tire. We don't know Monet's. And then JR's is the flamingo. And we have sheep, dragon, and horns left.
Sheep, dragon, and horn.
Sheep, dragon, and horn, and we have Olivia, Shane, and Monet. What relates to Ed Murphy? Oh, Eddie
Oh,
Murphy's the dragon.
dragon. Yeah, from
Mulan.
Mulan. Yep.
Yep. Got it. Okay, so I love that we both came to that at the same time. Okay, so it would be sheep and horns for Olivia and Monet.
Mm-hmm.
Horns could be Monet.
Horns, rams, horns.
I don't know. I really, honestly, I don't have a.
I.
I don't know. I guess we'll leave those open ended.
Yeah.
If you have any ideas, let us know in the comments. We'd love to. We'd love to know. But ultimately, the Chris, Shane, and Gabriel team wins.
Mm-hmm.
Chris as the captain wins. For a second I was like, no, that's right.
That's right. That's right.
Wins. And when Chris goes into to choose a clue, he picks Hugo's clue.
Yeah, I was shocked by that.
I thought that was. I don't know if that was necessarily the right choice.
I thought he would, even if he wasn't going to pick Monet's clue.
Yeah.
I thought he would pick like Olivia's. Like, you want to know who everybody is, even if they're your friend. You want to know.
Even if you're aligned with them, like you still want to have that idea,
right, of who they are. And so I would have.
But yeah, so. Also, since Cole was the captain of the losing team, he's automatically up for the vote and then chooses Hugo to join. So it's Cole or Hugo as the guesser.
Mm-hmm.
So when Chris pulls Hugo's clue, I got the first part immediately, and I've since figured it out.
I mean, I knew who it was, but yeah, I was.
We all knew who it was, but I was like, "What is the clue?"
Right.
So it's Commander-in-Chief who farms. And obviously
Jimmy Carter.
But yeah, it's Jimmy Carter. But yeah, so it's basically now just like Hugo's trying to play both sides, Cole's trying to play both sides. It's the two people in the middle.
Yep.
In the guess off, and it's kind of like worst case scenario for them. And the Chris, Carson, Olivia side is basically like, yeah, Shane's, or not Shane, Carson's going home. Like, we're all convinced Carson's going home. Which is interesting then because Carson ends up telling Chris that because Cole told Carson that everyone on that side thought that her relative was Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, because nobody was saying anything at first. Everybody was kind of like, eh. And she was like, I don't know.
So then Carson goes to Chris and is just like, I know what their guess is. They're wrong. Which gag. And then Chris thought she was lying.
Yeah.
And told Gabriel and Hugo. Wild. So it's basically like, and then Cole gets wind of some of this information. It's like a whole, and then it's like, is he gonna pick Carson? Is he gonna pick somebody else? Because he does end up being voted in as the guesser.
Right.
And he picks
Shane.
He uses up the layup, basically.
He said, "Look, I'm not 100% sure on Carson, but I am 100% sure on you." And
Yeah.
so I went for what I know.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Correct.
Shane gets eliminated.
Shane gets kind of sniped here, which is
Sniped.
wild to
Yeah, I
me.
did not think that was happening. I
I mean,
didn't.
it was the best move Cole could have made because otherwise he would have gone home.
I mean, I get it and I understand
Yeah.
why he did it. I just didn't see it coming when it happened. I was like, oh, it was you.
Oh.
Oh, because transparency, I got spoiled. I knew who was going home,
Mhm.
but I didn't know how.
Mm. I'm doing really well at not getting spoiled on Claim to Fame. I don't know what it is, but because I watch it the next day, so I'm used to getting spoiled, and this time we didn't. So, I mean, that's that. If we
Yeah,
want to very quickly go through a spoiler and speculation thing, we're going to talk about who we know or think everybody is. So, if you don't want to hear that, thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely rest of your day. Go check out all of our content available here on the Cup TV and our main channel, the Cup Pod. Yeah, goodbye. Bye. Bye. Okay, so we pretty much know who everyone is except for 100% except for Olivia.
right.
In my mind, at least.
I
I know you
have
guys
my
are
thoughts and
very
speculations, but I'm not. I want to say I'm 100% sure, but looking at
okay.
these clues kind of like
So who do you
scared
think
me.
her relative is?
I think her relative is Jenny McCarthy. I've been saying that
Okay.
since
Yeah.
the beginning. That's who I think.
So then what would have been her
That's what I don't know because the clues kind of threw me off. I'm like, I've been thinking it's been Jenny McCarthy for since the first or the second week,
uh-huh.
but I'm like, now I don't know what a sheep or a horn or whatever else was left would have to do with Jenny McCarthy. So now I'm very confused.
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, I mean, my one guess was Rue McClanahan, but obviously with the shrimp clue being Carly's, I'm not as confident on that. Horns. Is there anyone that plays like an animated character with horns?
Uh, Um, I don't know.
I don't either. I
I don't.
don't
I
either.
don't know. And wait, and who was left that we said it was Monet, it was Olivia, and it was
Monet, Olivia, and Shane.
no. We said Shane was the dragon
Oh
because
yeah, it was
Mulan
Olivia and
was it Jr.
no, you just said it. It was
Oh,
Monet.
Monet, Olivia.
Monet and Olivia.
Those were the last two with the horns and the sheep.
Yes.
I have no idea. I'm very confused. It just threw me off. I don't know.
Visibly confused.
I don't know. I mean, I know who Monet's relative is, but I don't know what that has to do with the horn or sheep.
I don't either. Um yeah, I don't. I didn't know. I don't know.
Oh, well, I just think maybe uh I don't know. I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to see if anybody else has any ideas.
I don't know. I think
So, remembering the clues, we know that she said that her relative is male and has taken home a Razzie. And then her headshot last episode had a red cross, yellow aliens on a headband, and gold Happy New Year glasses. Has Jenny McCarthy hosted New Year's Eve, like the live?
I mean, she might have.
She might have.
She might have.
What's the... And she's won a Razzie.
Yeah, she has. What I'm trying to think of her movie, what she did was like.
Is that a Masked Singer reference?
Sheep?
No, I'm talking about the yellow aliens.
I mean, it could be.
There was an alien character on the first.
It was. Is it a singled out reference? Like when she did Singled Out?
It might be.
And in one of her movies, was she? I don't know. That's what I'm going with, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll find out in a future episode. Maybe we'll get more confirmed clues, or she'll go home.
Or she'll go home. Well, who knows what might happen. It would
kind of be nice to actually like be surprised without like sussing out everybody. Like I would like to be genuinely surprised at some point. But yeah, I mean that's that on episode 4 of Claim to Fame.
That is that.
So thank you for joining us. You're on YouTube or your preferred audio platform, so hit all the buttons that mean you support us. Follow us on, I was like, that feels the most fitting to wrap that all up. Go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cup Pod for all of our most up-to-date Cup news, and because we're really funny and we show that off on social media. If you want to follow Lana and I, feel free to do that. Links are also in the description below. And while you're down in the description, make sure to check out our merch. Merch link in the description below. Get your stuff and your things and your things and your stuff. And Lana, cheers.
Cheers.
Woo.
Cheers.
I should have more camera time. Quiet bench. Quiet bench.
Damn.